X-ray's negative, sprained right ankle, I believe. And we'll see how he responds overnight.
Did Royce have any things you can
Sprained ankle also, did not get X-rayed. Less of a concern.
Then what explanation did you get on Brad and why it wasn't just?
Two different acts for two different technicals. One hit, using using the ball to hit Jalen in the face or in the head. And then after that action, the elbow or push, whatever that was a second tech. But, I mean, he got fouled. They fouled the hell out of him going to the basket. I mean, that's no excuse for Brad to do that. But, if you call the first foul, all that stuff doesn't happen.
How's Nurkic?
Nurk's got a neck sprain. And it did get evaluated for concussion, but just a neck sprain.
Coach, when you look at the way that you guys started the last Rockets game versus this one, what stood out to you in terms of defense?
Yeah, it's a good lesson, first of all, right? These little baseball series within the 82-game season, you beat a team one game, they're going to have the psychological advantage and come back hungrier many times. You see that all the time in the playoffs, whether it's game 1 to game 2 or game 6 to game 7. And as a group, we all have a lot of collective playoff experience, but not together. So we can use this game as a lesson of when we win, our first game 1 of a playoff series. This is the type of response that the other team's going to have. They're going to be more edgy defensively. They're going to make shots. They're going to be a hungry team, and we got to respond and answer back better than we did tonight.
How would you evaluate the 3-2 zone that you guys went to there?
Yeah, it was very good for us. It's something that we had that week off last week, or 3 days, 2 days of practice, 1 day off. We worked a lot on that, and what the rotations look like. Still had a few breakdowns, controllable breakdowns, but I thought it was really good for us.
Anything else, bro? How did you like the Thad Young minutes when you guys went small? I know you were dealing with Nurk being out.
Yeah, we're just deep in our bench at that point, and Bull wasn't having a great game early. We just, we knew we could come back to Bull, but let's see Thad for a few minutes, and that group caught fire, went on a little bit of a run, so we rolled with it.
It seemed like one of those games where you just couldn't get over the hump. You got back.
We kept losing starters. Yeah, we fought, we battled back. We junked the game up like teams do to us sometimes, but it wasn't enough.
Is there ever emphasis with your team? You talk to your players about how much they always concentrate on the referees during the game and lose focus. Is that kind of
Sure. When it's overdone, absolutely. We got to remain focused on the job.
Coach, you guys have had really strong starts to games coming out of the All-Star break tonight. You started slow. What do you attribute to that?
I think the matchup, like I alluded to before, they had a competitive response to us beating them 2 days ago, and we didn't respond well enough.
Do you have any response to LeBron going over 40,000 points?
Yeah, I'm happy for Bron. It's incredible what he's doing at this age, the totality of his career, to eclipse Kareem a few years back, and now to reach that mark. It's pretty unbelievable. I'm happy for him.
When you look at a game like tonight, so much happening in the game, Beal obviously being ejected, you guys, turnovers again. Just how would you summarize all that went down tonight?
Yeah, just first quarter. Been until first quarter with both teams. Last game we got out to a fast start. This game they got out to a fast start. So it's a tale of 2 games, man. Just the first quarters, and I feel like turnovers would be down if I just had 6 of them.
Looking at Brad, Coach was saying he got fouled on that play, and that's maybe led to the frustration part. Maybe you just speak to what maybe you even saw.
I didn't even see it. And I didn't even know Brad got thrown out until like the 4th quarter. I thought he was just in the back. I was wondering. I thought somebody else got attacked. I was wondering why they shot a free throw and we didn't. So it was a quick play. Try to move on and keep out the momentum in our hands. We had momentum at that time. So I think that gave us a little spark too. Even though we missed Brad, it still gave us a little spark. But gotta give Houston credit. They came out with a lot of urgency to start this game, and they was able to cruise to a win.
You guys guys went to that 3-2 zone for a little bit. Frank was saying that was something you guys had worked on this week in practice. What did you like, good and bad, about that look?
Yeah, I think the last 2 games we've been getting some good looks out of the zone. It's going to be inconsistent because we just put it in a couple days ago, so it's going to have some times where we give up threes or we're still trying to figure it out. But I think for the most part we play hard and made it tough on them to score.
Amari being retired tonight, I know you guys had some head-to-head battles. What do you remember the most about his time here in Phoenix and playing with some of his teams?
Yeah, just somebody I always followed since I was 8th grader, 9th grader. So to follow his career and then be coached by him for a year in Brooklyn, it was good being around Stat. He's left his mark here in Phoenix and on the NBA as a whole. So I love seeing guys get honored, and it's something that's going to last for life. You're going to be in those rafters forever, and his family can appreciate that, and all his friends too. So it's amazing what the game of basketball could do.
What's your thoughts on LeBron having 40,000 points tonight?
Insane. Congrats to LeBron. Just continue to set the bar high for everybody. Been so impressed with his enthusiasm at 39 years old. For him to keep going, that says a lot to every basketball player in the world right now. What he's doing is inspiring. So congrats to him. I know he's not going to stop. He got more to do. He's going to set the bar high for everybody coming after him. So we appreciate him having him be the face of the league for the last 20 years. He's set a good precedent for us.
You've seen every situation in the league at this point. How do you guys try and reset for tomorrow night after a night like this with both Yusuf and...
Just let it go. Let it go. Quick turnaround, so we got to just focus on the next team. And I'm sure in your minds, guys in their minds are going to play back the game and see what they could have did better. Coach is going to watch film to see how we could be better, and we just move on and get ready for the next one.
Frank was saying you felt like it's a good lesson when you play a team that many times and you see how hungry they are coming back to try and get a win. Do you kind of feel the same in terms of looking ahead to playoff type stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's always when you play a team back-to-back games, you're going to, both teams going to make adjustments. You're going to get better and play harder. But I feel like it was the same game for both teams. Like I said, the start of the game, we got hot last game, got up, and they got hot tonight, and we made it a game throughout. But we just couldn't overcome that first quarter. So it's good to have this. I like the home and home like this, where you get to play a team twice in a row. It just prepares you for what it's like in the playoffs. So, Coach did a good job of preparing us. It's on us to finish.
Kevin, Royce never had a 20-10 game before he came to Phoenix, and he already has had 2 of them. What have you seen from him just in the past and then coming over here?
Yeah, we playing smaller, so he's going to have opportunities to rebound the ball. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to knock down open shots because it's the way teams guard us. They put a lot of pressure on the ball, so the backside going to be open if we make those passes, and he stays ready. He started off, I think, like 0 for 4, 0 for 5, I think, and then got it going for us in that third. And we're going to need that from him, And you never know what he can bring. He can get you 10 assists. He can get you 20 and 10. He can guard big. So it's good having a guy that can, be versatile like that in the lineup.